We always ask founders or business owners, frequently they'll come to us with a problem.
Right.
We're stuck, or I don't know how to hire somebody, or I'm running out of cash.
100%.
But what we typically default to is, why did you start this business?
Right.
What problem are you solving? And I find that to be really invigorating. I mean, I selfishly get my battery recharged so many times talking to founders because the energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm, on and on and on. But the why is always the key question.
Right.
And sometimes, you probably see this, they'll sit back and go, you know what? I don't know. I forgot.
They forgot.
Yeah.
Yes, they forgot.
And you and I have known each other how long?
26-ish years or longer. Yeah.
And we've seen a lot over our career. We're both operators. We're not professional consultants or anything. We just are operators. We're doers. And we've seen so much since the late 90s with the heyday of the internet to today with the heyday of AI. We see a lot of people that come to us in particular saying, I got a problem. And when we come full circle to why we're doing this, to share with you the whys, to help you solve problems, to really get down to the execution, it's really an interesting place to start. And so for us, you and I were looking at each other about a couple of months ago saying, why don't we try and encapsulate this?
Right.
And begin to share some of this with founders, with people who have started business, running businesses and are.
Right.
And so you've got a real unique perspective on things. And I'm not going to just blow smoke at you because that's just not going to be right.
Yeah, no, we don't do that on the norm.
But knowing you like I have, you always bring things back to measurability. And you have 4 key things that you've always said. Like, what are those?
Yeah. Yeah. And, I agree with you with everything that you just said. I mean, we have been in the e-commerce world since the late 90s. We have seen it go from newborn to, I don't know, maybe it's still in college, I think. I mean, we're
right.
talking about like it's still growing. It's still phasing in and out. We've seen quite a bit. And we're wearing these costumes of great business advisors, but we were operators for so long and we've done it. We've been in those shoes like our founders. And I think you and I like to condense it down to what's important. And what we find is very important to work with our founders on is kind of 4 key areas. We like to work on talent.
Right.
People are everything. I mean, they really are. You get the people thing right and you got everything else going for you. But then, like you said, cash. Usually what's stressing them out is a lack of cash or a lack of they're blind as far as what their financial kind of situation looks like. And we love to help them there.
Yep.
Strategy, they had a strategy. That's why they were doing so well. And they've now gotten so deep in the execution that they sort of lost sight of the strategy. And that's why when we ask them what they want, they sometimes forget. And then we have to go back and ask them, like, why did you start this in the first place? And that's when they get their energy again.
Yep.
So helping them, reconnect back with that strategy. Where are they going long term? And then last, of course, is operational excellence. And like you said, with AI and all the things we know, there is a lot of inefficiency going on in these companies. And so we love to help them streamline that and get that to a more efficient place. And those are the 4 areas we like to focus on with them.